Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you might be. This is Kim Hui coming to you from my home in Los Angeles. And first of all, I want to thank you all for plugging in. It is probably one of the most unique calls that I've done in my career. I am sitting on the floor. I want to stay grounded because certainly we are all facing a challenging time. And before we begin, I like to send a prayer to all those frontier healthcare workers out there that are risking their lives. They are serving humanity. I want to say thank you. So, I have been working from home for almost 30 years. And you would think that working from home for 30 years have prepared us for a time like this. And, but it's all good. I wanted to, the last couple of days, I spent a lot of time in contemplation and in coming up with something that has served me as a human being and how I am dealing with what's happening in the world and people around us. And so I know that in the past, we have worked, at least I have worked together with most of you in a capacity of entrepreneur. But in a time like this, it's unprecedented that what we're facing as a human race, what's out there. So what I have done is I have prepared a PowerPoint to go through this talk. And so what I have realized the last almost 2 weeks, the ordeal, the information, the stuff that I have, that we have gone through. So I have gone through personally and shifted me in a different space of viewing the situation. So what I like to do at this point is I would like to share with you the PowerPoint, and if time allows, I've been gathering questions, and if time allows, we can probably go over 3 questions that are most frequently asked during this time. So I'm very low tech, but I tried. I did try to practice and see if I could do this. All right. Here's a PowerPoint that I prepared, and after really, it's ever since it happened, that we were facing with. So, and a positive note, okay? So, here's a PowerPoint. The PowerPoint that I prepared is about rising to the occasion that we're all facing right now, facing mankind, okay? And so, the world, as we know it, have put us on a pause. It's like this, especially right now for people that are in North America and Europe and perhaps Australia, that this pause that we've been put on, it literally interrupts our pattern. And, I'm sure many of you could relate to that. The patterns, our daily living, the way that we used to live life, the way that we used to interact with one another, that pattern has changed. And perhaps many of us that are used to going to work or going to go out, get a latte, whatever, our daily habits, our patterns has been interrupted. And with that, it also created the uncertainty impacts not only on a physical level, but on an emotional level. I know that I know that I have people, friends that, in the beginning, they have gone through depression, they have gone through fear. And so all this uncertainty certainly have caused a lot of people to get caught in fear, because uncertainty to many people is the unknown. And so, and also because of what's happening, it also impacted people financially, economically around the globe. From small business owners to medium-sized business owners to big businesses. So that's changing. And so, and this pause also challenges our belief system. Our belief system on how we think life should be run, on our belief system on living on earth. And so, and the good news is, and this is really what came about, and the good news is that the universe is giving us a space to examine our life, to examine our way of life. And this is such a valuable time. Certainly, some people would choose to watch media, watching the news. But how many news can you watch about the same old thing? And so, but this is a message that really hit me, that this is a time that universe is putting a pulse on earth and say, you know what? Time out. Well, this is giving us a time to examine our lives. And so on rising on this occasion, that our future is not fixed. For those of people that are concerned about uncertainty, let's try to think of turning uncertainty into mystery, and so the future, since our future is not fixed, what we do today, what we do now, determines the outcome. So often people, as we face this situation, often people ask, well, what can we do? What can we do in a situation like this to shift and to thrive? And so that is what I have prepared today. And I'm really, before the call came on, I had a lot of butterfly and a lot of nervous energy. And probably, I think, partly because of all that we're dealing with and our friends and our family. And perhaps sometimes due to media, but this butterfly have transcended, okay? And so what can we do? There are a couple of things that we can do, okay? So first thing is we have to nurture our body and nurture our being, okay? So what does it mean? I mean, let's think about this. There's virus that the media play up to be so scary. I mean, think about it. Okay, given we gotta do our regular hygiene thing and just common sense, wash our hands, social distancing, but what can we do? I mean, let's examine that fear. Great, virus, okay? Virus everywhere, bacteria is everywhere. Okay, so what? In humanity, all these thousands of years that we know of, there's always been bacteria, always been virus. So yes, given the fact that we are doing social distancing, but what can we do? So instead of being worried about it, what we need to do is nurture our body, okay? First thing, we gotta honor our body. So given the situation like this, what we ought to do is we ought to boost our immune system, okay? For those of us that are blessed to be a part of this platform, we have an incredible antioxidant product. So also for some of you, maybe vitamin C, I mean, things that are super high in antioxidant, maybe honor our body, maybe begin to eat healthier, begin to focus on positive thoughts. Because of what's happening, people, instead of focusing on the positive aspect of things, that they let fear creep in. Fear and stress is a lot more stressful than the virus in itself. So let's just protect ourselves not only physically by boosting our immune system, also let's raise our own personal vibration to put that shield. Some of you saw the little icon that says, say no to Corona, just boost yourself. It is within our control. And so by nurturing our body, eating more healthy, listening to our body, what it needs, what he wants. And next thing is have good night's sleep. Rest is very important. And some of you know that over the years, in my last 30 years almost of entrepreneurship, many of you know that I don't sleep a whole lot. But, ever since this happened, I went into a space where I allow myself to rest my body. Now, I know that some people may say, it's kind of chaotic and all that. Don't get caught up in it, okay? Don't feed that. So I would suggest not watch any negative news, any social media, any video that doesn't serve you. Do not watch. I have probably, 12, 13 TVs in this house. I have never, ever turned on one because I don't know how to turn on television and I don't watch television. So feed yourself positive vibrational stuff, positive stuff, and sleep and rest. A good rest. Our body knows how to heal itself. So rest. Then movement, doing exercise. I chose for the very first time in my career, I chose to sit on the floor and do this talk because I want to be grounded to Mother Earth. I wanted to be that voice of truth, the truth that I know of. And so stay grounded. And so movement, whatever that is. I mean, ever since this whole thing ordeal, now in California and Los Angeles where I lived in, we have what's called lockdown. Okay. So what we do, I walk in the community, so just do some movement in your body. Your body calls for it. I don't care, whatever. It doesn't have to be big, heavy exercise. Be it yoga, meditation, contemplation, whatever. Just move your body. Let the energy flow. So that part, it is so important to nurture our body. So these are some of the things that we can do. I'll get to that in a second. So first thing, nurture. First major item, nurture. And the second thing is this pulse that the universe have given us. It is time to reflect. Time to reflect take inventory of our gratitude. In this lifetime so far, wherever you are, I'm 55 years old. So in my situation, I looked at my life in the last 55 years. What am I grateful for? I have a lot of things to be grateful for. A lot. And so this is something that we all can take inventory of what we're grateful for. I'm grateful to have a beautiful family. I am grateful for beautiful friends that I have all over the world. And so whatever that it is that you're grateful for, it's there. Take inventory. Because when we get into a space of gratitude, our energetic field changes. Something magical changes. Because not only do we take supplements, do we take whole food, do we take all this good stuff, antioxidant, to nurture our body, but exteriorly on the outside that perhaps our naked eyes cannot see, we also gotta nurture that. And by getting in a space of gratitude, we increase our vibration. And that is a shield to protect us. And so also purpose. It is time to reflect. Look, Mother Earth, universe is giving us this opportunity. It literally press a pause button in life and say, look at my life. Am I in alignment with my life purpose? What did we come here for? What did I come to Mother Earth to do? Whatever I've lived the last 55 years, am I on point? Am I in alignment? And so this is a tremendous opportunity for every single one of us to take time to do. See, without the pause, in the past, we were all busy. We were all caught up. I mean, many of you know the story. I myself, in the past, I don't know, when I started this journey in this particular platform that we're in, I mean, the first few years, every month, 1 week, I'm on the plane. I'm traveling. It's like working. It's that machine never stop. But now the universe is giving a chance to pause and go, look, stop. Reflect. Ask yourself, what is all this about? It's unprecedented. We never had this opportunity to be in a global pause like this, okay? So focus on the positive, right? So purpose. Reflect on your purpose in life. Everybody's different. I mean, ultimately, everybody's the same, but everybody's different. So you have your own purpose to reflect and to recalibrate and to reformat. What do I mean by that? Think about this. Think about this. Every day when you wake up, what do? Oftentimes we'll think about it, especially in times like this. Many people wake up, they don't even know what, in the beginning, like when the lockdown happened in Los Angeles, in the beginning, it's like, oh my God, what day it is. I only know what day of the week it is when my gardener comes, or when it's a trash day. In America, there's a trash truck to pick up trash. So I only know what day it was. And I said, that can't last. I can't function like that. And I'll never function like that. And so I think it's time that we take inventory of you. I mean, this is a time we go inward. Just evaluate, make a list. When you wake up, what do you do every day? And what we do every day, is it in alignment with our purpose? Because if we do not take inventory, we don't make a list. This is time. The pulse has given us an opportunity to have a clear map of what we do every day. And what we do every day is that serving us towards our purpose. Also, in this time of reflection, it is time to look at what beliefs that we have about ourselves that no longer serve us. See, I'm telling you, when the pulse is lifted, I don't know what space you want to be in. So be grateful that this is a reminder for us as human beings, as a human race, to look at how we're living our lives. As a human race, to look at what do we do every day. I remember I consider myself as, somewhat of a high achiever because I had a clear map of my to-do every day. But ever since this thing happened, in the beginning, I fell into this, there's like, sometimes fear of uncertainty gets people, because it's so new that we have never experienced it. And so it's so new, fear has crippled us. And so the minute how I got out of it is, instead of feeding that fear, don't feed it. Feed love, feed gratitude. That will help you shift out of that. So having a clear map of what you want to go, that's when we begin to recalibrate and reformat, dropping all those beliefs that no longer served us. Whatever those beliefs are, those beliefs that build up either by whatever is conditioned by the media, whatever conditioned by our educational system, whatever being conditioned by our parents, by society, whatever that might be, it is time to recalibrate and reformat. Look at this we got to be very grateful. I am grateful. I mean, really. It gave me a chance to pause and look at my life. I've lived 55 years. And if I'm blessed to live another 50 years, 60 years, what is my next chapter of my purpose? So this leads to, once you have a clear map of where you are and all this reflection, then it's time to connect. Connect to what? Connect to that sense of awakening purpose. Through this reflection and contemplation, and that awakening purpose is an ever-evolving process. As we grow, as we expand as a human being, things become a little bit more clear. And in this year of 2020, I think it's time that the earth, the world is shifting to a more and more clear place. So that sense of awakening, we learn to connect to that. So by you connecting, really connecting not only through our mental, not only through our mind, but connect to it to our heart. And because when you connect to it, you know what is important in your life. I think through situation like this, you know, I don't know about you, man, you can respond in the chat, in this group chat, in this global community for participation. What, during the situation, what is important in your life? And I think for us, like even more so than before, we value our freedom, don't we? Because it's a lockdown, we can, you know, sometimes, you know, when you work from home, there are times that, you know, I really thought that, you know, after almost 30 years of working from home, it has prepared us for times like this. Well, yes and no. Okay, certain things, yes, but certain things, a way of living, no. I mean, I couldn't just get out of the car and go pick up a latte. It's no longer the same. So, but through the situation, it even reminded us what's important in life. What's important in your life. You know that. Or you have to, let's just be quiet and sit quietly and listen to that inner voice. And I think that inner voice has been crying all this time. Thank God the universe is putting a pause right now. And so, to also more importantly to me, is to connect to the inner core of who you are. The inner core of our being. You know, so oftentimes in our life, in my life at least, you know, I've been so busy that just busy of being, but it is time to be busy and to chill and to connect to who we truly are. That being, that self, it's been like knocking on the door and say, hey, pay notice to me. Okay? So connect that who you are. Okay? Now, last but not least, because these are things it's like, ding, you know, it's, I don't know, download or whatever, you know. So it came to me. And so to thrive in a time like this, how do we thrive in a time like this? You know, focus on and take inventory of your talents, of your gift. Focus on that. Think about every one of us have some gift. You know, whatever. Whenever that voice comes, I'm not good enough, just stop that. That is a belief system that no longer serves you. You are good. We are good. We are a lot more powerful than we think we are. I'm telling you, I am beginning to know that, okay? So, and I'm working on it. We are a lot more powerful and a lot more brighter than who we think we are. I'm telling you. I'm just telling you. Okay, now, so what are your talents? Maybe you're a great cook. Maybe you're great in doing teaching other people. Maybe you have a great compassion. I don't know. You know your gift. You know, because of this lockdown, you know what I realized one of my gifts? I'm an excellent cook. So, and another thing I realized, my husband is an excellent at dishwashing. Those of you that know me, all these years we've been married, he never do dishes. So because of this situation, I realized he's really good at cleaning dishes. So, coming back to the main thing. Okay, now, so what are some of your gifts? You know, in the old days, you know, yes, this impact had affected small, medium-sized businesses. But at the same time, because this pause happened in a time and age like we live in right now, technology. I mean, look, today we have thousands of people. Oh my God, we have a couple of thousands of people on this call. You know, if a pause happened like that in the old days, we couldn't gather a couple of thousand people on this call. I'm in the comfort of my own home. You're in the comfort of wherever you are. People from different continents are coming together. So we live in a time and space that we can connect. So whatever talent you may have, you know, when one door shuts, whatever traditional small business right now we can't serve, well, because of the internet, you know, you no longer need a whole lot of capital to start a business. That model, you know, this whole pulse, it is the end of a paradigm. And we are entering into a new paradigm of a way of living. So take inventory. I mean, really, don't just, you know, going training after training, call after call. It is time. Look, the universe gave a chance to go pause. So, you know, take some notes. Get a pen, get some notes, and start, you know, get a good cup of tea, whatever your ritual might be, okay? And start writing down what are your talents, because by tapping into that, see, some people look at uncertainty. I look at it as mystery. It's beautiful, the unknown. So by tapping into those talents, you never know what door it will open for you. I'm telling you. It is, just feed that positivity, feed that. So next, it is time to also to upgrade our belief system. What were some of the things that you thought about yourself? You know, over the years, I mean, you know, some of you know this, then I've been to, I think, close to, if not more than 50 countries the last whatever year as an entrepreneur. And meeting, I mean, gosh, countless of people around the globe. Sometimes it dawned on me, like, how come the same platform, how come some people make it, some people don't? Is it because they lack action? No, might not be. Is it because they lack imagination? Might not be. But you know, what's the one thing, what is that one thing that separates the rest, you know, from action and imagination, is that one thing called belief system. The belief system about who we are and what we can accomplish in life. Sometimes we have a set of belief system, and maybe it's accumulated from different lifetimes. Hey, if different lifetimes of belief system, it is time to cut whatever don't serve us, cut it, and begin to upgrade. Look, I mean, Windows upgrade, all this software upgrade, well, why couldn't we upgrade our belief system? Guys, after all, it is the year 2020, okay? So upgrade our belief system. Whatever that might be. I don't know what serves you. So you know what serves you, and you know what doesn't serve you. Anytime you get stressed or whatever, take a deep breath. You know, there's such a life force. There's such a life force between the two noises and right there in that deep breath. That is a vast world in there. Okay? So upgrade your belief system. Whatever don't serve you, upgrade and update. Okay? And last not least, make plans. You know, and take action. See, oftentimes people don't take action. And I'll give an example. I think from a business standpoint, what helped me achieve some of my goals and some of my dreams was that deep in my heart, I believe. Deep in my heart, I believe I was meant to be a millionaire. Deep in my heart, I believe I was meant to live an abundant life. So that belief system. Now, also, I got some other beliefs that doesn't serve me, okay? There are certain beliefs that I was fearful of, but I'm getting rid of them, okay? I'm updating them. So you know, whatever that, one of the major reasons, I think, that helped me achieve many business goals was because I have this deep inner knowing that we all have sets of this belief system about our life and about who we are and about what we do. So I really encourage everyone, if you get anything at all on this call, really, to work on upgrading and updating our belief system of what we can accomplish, of what we can do in this lifetime, okay? And because when you have, see, okay, I'll coming back to the story of, in the beginning of the lockdown, I didn't seem very motivated. Every day, like day go on by, I said, oh my God, what did I do? It's 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I haven't done anything. Why? Because I wasn't clear on my next chapter of my purpose. I wasn't clear. See, when you're not clear on that, and also there was a part of the belief system in the beginning that I doubt that I could do anything. This is a perfect, and I want to talk about this. It is so perfect that I'm going to stop the PowerPoint, and I want to talk about this. And many of you know that, am I doing okay with time? I am. Okay. Many of you know that I haven't come out and speak for a long time, for quite some time. And, there was a set of belief system I had within me. I said, am I doing the right thing? I want to speak. I want to be that voice of authenticity. I wanted to do something that's beyond business. I wanted to contribute to humanity. And so that belief system, like all this talk about business, is it really helping people? Is it really, blah, blah, blah. So I stopped coming out. So when this whole thing hit in the beginning, I didn't come out right away because I feel like, come on, what do I need to say? But as time go on, so as I go through the day and I'm like 3 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 8 o'clock, day gone. Next day come, same thing. So why didn't I take action? Because first, my purpose wasn't very clear. Secondly, it was my belief system that didn't serve me. Because my belief system said, you know what? What can I say that could be of help? Come on, I'm an entrepreneur only. What can I do? I work with people like you guys, everyone around the globe, about making money, about, doing something with our lives, about business. What can I help in this arena? And so as I look down, as I reflect, I began to shift that belief system. A voice came about and said, you know what, Kim? You owe it to yourself and you owe it to other people. You need to come out. You need to be that voice of hope and change, not only for you, everyone. By doing that, we can create a movement, all of us. We can, especially in times like this, we all can be that voice of change and voice of hope. We all can be, not one person. So that is why that this whole thing came about. Okay, so I hope that it is helpful to you, and it also helped to reflect on this whole thing about thriving. Having a clear, beginning to upgrade our belief system, chopping, cutting the whatever belief that didn't serve us, and then with that clear purpose, with that, one of my purpose was to do what I can to came to her earth to help humanity, to help me, and to, to grow as a human being. And so, and then the action began to flow. Trust me, doing calls like this, yes, it's very comfortable. I'm in my home, but there's a lot of inner preparation to come to this point. A lot. If there one news keep feeding me fear. Oh God, so many people got cut. Oh God, okay, done. So we've been giving a time and we're still in that phase right now. Value it. Focus on positive. Where would you be when the lift is gone? How would you live your life? So these are some of the stuff that it really came to me that I got to do this call. So, and the way I look at this is that this is a perfect time for us to get our house in order, to prepare when the lift is gone, that we got to do something. So this is time to get our house in order. And I do hope you hear me. Gosh, stop. Don't get caught up in chaos. Don't get caught up in fear. So focus on positivity. Focus on the positive. So how do we get our house in order to kind of to sum things up? Okay. Number one, focus on positive. Don't get caught up in chaos. Don't get caught up in uncertainty. Number two, with proper attitude and inner preparation. It takes work, guys. That work is not physical. That work is inner, right between our two ears. And the things I went over those 4 points earlier, in the PowerPoint. So with proper attitude, with proper inner preparation, we can together navigate and negotiate through these changes. Because it is not doom time, it's not gloom time for me. And I think for humanity, this is a welcome of beacon of hope. This is it. Because the future is in our hands, in all of our hands. What we choose to do, today, how we act as human beings, how we continue to behave, is going to determine the outcome. So I do hope that we all begin and learn to living life more consciously. Think about the things that every day, what do you do? Are we doing out of habitual patterns as habit? Or is it time to break those patterns? It's time to wake up because the new world is coming. We are all that beacon of hope, and we are all voices of change and hope. So I am very grateful for all of you to be on this call, and and to kind of wrap things up, I want to share this with you. It just hit me, the other day when I was in the shower, it just hit me. Some of you know me, when I'm in the shower, things gonna hit me. Okay, so, we often hear this thing called, we're all connected, we're all one, global consciousness. What does really that mean? So this thing hit me. So I tried to find a globe. I couldn't, and I ordered through Amazon. It didn't come on time for this call, so I have the bigger globe at home. So global consciousness, okay, to me. So let's say, for example, wherever you are, we got people on this call in South Africa. We got people in North America, in Australia, in Asia. So I want you to picture wherever you are on the globe. We are on we're like speck of dust, okay, on different parts of the globe. We look at our life as our life. We look at our surrounding. We look at our world in whatever lenses that we looked at. So that is individual thinking that I have my own thought. I have my own view. But that global consciousness, remember, we are all on this globe together. This globe, Earth, this globe is connecting all of us. Whatever our views are, whatever our consciousness, it's connecting to a super consciousness. So I do hope that we begin to live consciously, because when we change, oftentimes people ask, one of the questions on this call was like, how do we help other people? How do we change? We can change the world by changing ourselves first. We can change, oops, I don't know what I did. Okay, we can change the world by beginning changing ourselves. because global consciousness, when we change ourselves, that, for we are all connected on this globe. And when we shift ourselves, the world begins to shift. Because when we shift ourselves, we begin to look at things differently. And when you look at things differently, people will notice. And they will notice that they will begin to change as well. So it is my pleasure and honor to be on this call with all of you. I would love to see some chat, and I would love to continue the call on a weekly basis, that as we shift into a new space, as we turn this uncertainty, and I believe together we can turn this uncertainty into a beautiful reality, into a lot more conscious world. So with that, I am very grateful to all of you. And once again, let's send blessings and prayers to all of the heroes, the superheroes that are out there serving, helping humanity, our healthcare workers. So thank you very much. Blessings to all of you. And may we continue to be that voice of change and voice of hope. Thank you very much. This is Kim Hui signing off. Have a great evening, great morning. Focus on the positive stuff, okay? And upgrade our belief system. And let's together, with enthusiasm, upgrade our belief structure, our belief system. And then that automatically will call on massive action, like how this call came about. So thank you very much. See you soon. Stay healthy. Stay safe. Build your energy. Thank you very much. Good night. Good evening. Talk to you all soon. See you next week.